We are live. Hello, everybody. This is our very first live stream on the Stuffed Cabbage Adventures channel. Thank you very much for all the 8 people who have joined so far. Oh my God, 9. These numbers are going up. But here's the thing. I was thinking about how to start this little live stream because we have a lot of things to cover today. But the one thing I learned, because all 3 of us are working in the IT industry, is that ever since COVID and being apart, right, no meeting starts in time and everybody is going to be late. So we will give a couple of more minutes for everyone else to join.
But we were on time.
Yes, we were on time. Luckily, we were. Excellent.
But that does not mean that we won't have any technical difficulties.
Obviously. I already see. One thing in the meantime is that there is someone helping us right there in the background, and we can hear that live chat is not available for some reason, which is interesting. And I'm looking at what options we have here, and nothing tells me how to enable chat. So while we do that, maybe one thing that we usually do as Hungarians to get our appetite for something is a little bit of an aperitif, yes? And no better way to get our appetite done is by drinking a little bit of unicum, yes? Because we are celebrating today.
Just these 2, I am not drinking that.
You are the lucky ones.
But don't think, people, that there's some special reason why she's not drinking it.
No, it's just that I don't drink that.
You don't like it. So I'll give you these
Okay.
to help out. In the meantime, we'll try to see what we can do about our chat options.
Okay.
Why is my chat disabled? It's your channel's audience.
Is it?
It's the same.
Excellent.
It's the same.
Expert pool.
People, this is the first time when we do this.
This is why we are drinking.
Nothing goes as the way things should. For some reason, it tells me that...
Szerintem azt onra kell rakni.
The what? Sorry?
Live chat disable. Why is it not?
Just bear with us for a minute.
Yes. So, in the meantime, I hope you guys have a good evening, morning, afternoon.
I know what's wrong. Messenger. We got a message from Zsófi, tries to help us. Excellent. Okay.
Yes, we see.
I think I know why. I think I know what's the reason. Because in YouTube, you have to... No, it's not made for kids. Because if it's made for kids... Now we have chat.
It's not made for kids because we are drinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we work in the IT industry in the meantime, in the background? Yes, we do.
So, yeah.
Okay, I hope we have the chat.
Whoever is in late evening hours when it's already appropriate to drink. So here it's 8 p.m. Currently, this is why we are allowed to drink. So cheers to those who can drink, and I guess to the guys. Enjoy.
Jó estét. Rachel, to you too. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheerio.
Yay, the chat works. Great.
The chat works. We just need to...
Which unicum we having? The barista version? Or
Yes. Yeah. I have no idea if you can see this, but
wait.
Yeah.
You know, if we put this on top, then maybe we will not spill it.
The potion.
Right. So I learned somehow from... No, it's too much. I have no idea what I'm doing. But this here is not the regular unicum. This is the barista.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives us a little bit of energy because it has some coffee in it. So this segment is sponsored by my parents because I took this from their fridge. I think we had some other things, not unicum, in our fridge.
Yeah, Jägermeister, but that's not Hungarian.
That is not Hungarian at all. But thank you very much for all of you who have joined us today. We will be doing a little bit of a celebration because we reached the 10,000 subscribers, which is amazing. And I cannot be more thankful for all of you who have been watching and supporting the channel. It's super great. And you guys have been asking a lot of questions. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I love about doing this channel is that in the comments, you guys are always asking a lot of questions. You guys are always sharing your opinions, your thoughts about the videos, and that is just amazing. And now we want to give back a little bit by answering some more of your questions. So the way this works is we received a lot from you guys, and we tried to put them into like a couple of topics, let's call them that way. So we have a few related to the channel, what we do, why we do this, etc. And we also have, let's say, the quick questions. So those questions are kind of simple. Some of them, I think, if you have watched some of our videos, you may know the answer to that. But nevertheless, I think if you guys are trusting us with your questions and you trust what we say, then we have to answer even these questions as well, right?
But before we go into that.
Yes, please.
No, I'm just saying that before we go into the questions.
Yes.
Do
we will get there. We will get there. There is one other special thing we will do before we get to the questions. And by the way, there's gonna be some questions which are very deep, and I will be really curious about your opinions on those. And we will have a few questions on a very specific topic, drinking. We'll get there.
And because we are already there.
Yes. We plan to do this for about 1.5 hours, so we don't want to rob people's times. But yeah, we'll see. And because this is the first time, if nothing goes smooth and easy, then apologies for
just
that.
Bear with us.
Yes.
Just bear with us. Yes. So, do you know what's coming up in 26, 25, 24 days? About a month.
Oh my God, football.
That was not acted at all.
Because I'm such a fan.
I had no idea actually, but that's fine.
From this little production team, Marci is the one who's least interested in soccer. So the Euro Cup is coming up. And Hungary is there, and we are kind of good this time. Hopefully we can make it past the group stage. If we won't, we will still be happy because we are there participating. But what do people do this time around? Selling merch, selling us a ton of things which are related to soccer.
Yeah.
Marci, your important task right now is we have a small bag that is cold, that has a very specific product right in there.
Okay.
And just checking in the meantime the question. We might come to Sweden one day. We've been to Norway, close to Sweden. We have a video about that as well. We've never been to Chinatown, but we are planning because it has apparently a very good night market.
Correct.
And we are excited for Rebecca to come the first time in July. So excited. Hope you have a great time.
Hopefully Rebecca will have a great time.
And we have an imposter.
Oh, hi. Hey.
She's here again. Yes, she's here. She's constantly here. Please don't attack me.
Yeah, because you're taking her spot. Normally, this is the place where I work. And this is the place where she's watching me work. The cat, I mean.
Yeah, not me.
So, Marci, we have here, you may have seen a video of us talking about túrórudi, which is the cottage cheese dessert. Not cottage cheese, curd. It's very unique to Hungary, this curd type of dessert. But you may have seen this. However, this is very different because I don't know how to make this work. I've been trying to put this as close as possible, but it's not zooming in. Okay, I will tell you. This here says Hajrá magyarok. Does anyone in chat maybe know what means Hajrá magyarok? If anyone who is Hungarian should not say that they know, because obviously that's cheating.
That's cheating.
So Hajrá magyarok, learn that if you come to Hungary.
Let's go Hungary! Yay!
Yes, let's go Hungary. Indeed.
Not sure what is Hajrá, sorry. Let's go.
This is a very special túrórudi because this is branded as Let's Go Hungary. And I will give you the opportunity to open it up because this
Me too.
Yes.
We have 3.
And we will give one for our very special little quality assurance specialist there in the background. Yes.
Because it's very much different from the usual túrórudi because it's red. I don't know if you can see. It's red. And
It's so weird.
it's very weird because it's usually dark or
Yeah,
it's
well,
chocolates
chocolate.
outside. But if you bite into it, it's green from the inside. It's basically the colors of Hungary.
There is
Red,
a little spot in the middle that's green.
red,
yes.
white, green.
So messed up. Amazing.
What
but
is this?
Messed up. I have no idea what it tastes like.
It tastes like normal tururudi, but less chocolatey.
There's some fruity.
Like
Citrus.
you just said a word.
The only reason I know this is because I read what's here on how the food coloring
Ah,
is.
okay.
And
Don't
there's
tell me
apparently
it's lime.
It's
Is it lime?
citromos.
Citromos.
Zöld citromos töltelék.
So lime. Yeah. Okay.
It's-
Because it's
Ah.
green, you know.
okay. It's very nice. So probably you will be able to get this until the end of the games if you come to Hungary during that time. Let me put this aside, but not next to the cat.
Quite nice actually. But
It's really nice.
I heard that milk and citrus stuff don't go well together. Actually, but we'll see. We'll see.
Anna in Budapest is asking, is it chocolate? Now, the thing that I learned when we made the video about tururudi itself is while the outside looks like chocolate, it's brown.
Mm-hmm.
And it tastes like étcsokoládé, the
Dark
chocolate basically. But it's actually not chocolate. It's like a paste. Technically,
Yeah.
it cannot be called a chocolate.
Yeah.
So
But it still tastes good.
this is red.
This is red, yes.
I don't think this has anything to do with chocolate.
But it's very good. I have to say, it's
Yeah.
quite nice.
I guess it should be white chocolate, which is colored red.
Yes.
Same as they had with the other special edition stuff. But yeah, it's okay. It's mid, I think. But
Yeah, still the original is the best one.
yeah.
Make sure to try that. Marzi is the culinary expert when it comes to
Sure.
tururudi. But we also have Albi here from England. Hey, England. Yay. We also have so many people here.
Is it coming home?
Well, let's see if this year it goes. Let's see.
It's a very sensitive topic to touch on, I think.
Chris Dahan has been asking us if we've been to Cluj, which is Romania. So not yet. But I do want to visit both Romania and Transylvania as well, because of the beautiful nature in Transylvania. And obviously Bucharest is a city that's really nice, and Cluj is a historic city. So a lot of those cities we need to explore in the future. One day, hopefully. And maybe we will make a video about it.
Wherever we go, we
Yeah.
usually do that. Yeah.
We have someone from Guatemala. Hey,
Okay.
Wow,
very
okay.
nice.
Oh my God.
Good.
What time is it there?
I think in Guatemala right now
Is
it
it
should be
morning or?
Guatemala time now. Let's see. It's
Ah,
noon.
it's noon.
Noon.
Jó
If you
étvágyat.
have lunch, yes, jó étvágyat. Bon appetit. All right, we have 30 people here. Very feeling blessed right now. So
Yes.
many people are here. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of the questions that we have, right? Those of you who have just recently joined, you guys have been sending us a ton of your questions, and we tried to put them into different kind of topics. We have a few related to the channel. We have quick questions that we can easily answer, and hopefully that will make your stay here in Hungary amazing. And we also have some where there is no right answer, but I think we can have a nice conversation about them. There will be a very specific topic about a certain alcohol we have here in Hungary, which is not palinka, I will tell you already. And yeah, that will be about what we will be discussing today. Are you guys ready to
We
jump
are.
in?
I'm so ready.
Let's go.
Absolutely ready.
Even though I didn't have unicum, I'm so ready.
Well, we still have this.
No,
here,
thank
so-
you.
If you come to Hungary, people will put palinka in front of you. You should drink that, yes. However, if you want to taste something unique, it's
See what you did
unique,
there.
unique. I know it kind of sounds weird, but we're not going to go into that direction because then it will get this whole video demonetized.
Yeah.
So Let's start. Channel-related questions. We did receive this question from two of you, actually, is why did we start this YouTube channel? So there is a very short answer. There are two reasons. One is I love to create. I love to draw. I loved Lego as a kid. I played around with a lot of stuff. Yeah, I draw these t-shirts and the designs as well and everything. And the other thing is that I love my country. I love where I come from. And I think that here in the middle of Europe, as a small country that, you know, we cannot say that we have any relatives when it comes to language. Some people say we are related to the Finns. And some of our words do sound similar. But anyways, nobody really knows about Hungary. And we want to promote our country so that if you come here, you get the best experience. That's the short answer.
Okay.
It's already short, but I'll make this very quick. Remember when we went to Japan the first time in 2014? We went there without any planning. And it was an amazing trip, yes, but there were a lot of challenges. And then for our next travel, we started watching YouTube and saw a lot of people showcasing what you should see and what you need to know about the country. And then I realized that YouTube is not just a place for music and skits and laughing about stuff. Yeah.
10 years ago.
10 years ago, by the way.
10 years ago, by the way. That's how old I am. And essentially, after that, I realized that there's a lot of people making this really good content that was really helpful for us. And then COVID came. And because COVID, people could not travel and tourism stopped. And that hit Hungary as well very hard. And once we started to get out of it, I thought that maybe in my free time, as a person who likes to create photographs, videos, we could maybe start doing the exact same thing that we've been watching on YouTube. And basically that's it. And the other reason was that I saw a lot of people having these plaques in the back with their, 100,000 and millions. And I thought to myself, maybe if I put enough work into it, I can get mine as well. Which brings me to the big reveal, because maybe you have seen previously that sometimes in the background we have this little fella here. This one was for the 100 subscribers.
When was that?
This was 2022.
Almost 2 years ago.
Almost 2 years ago,
Almost 2
right?
years ago.
Almost 2 years ago. Here's a fun fact. The back, you may see, this used to be a Wens shoebox. Wens does not support me at all.
Please
However,
sponsor us.
if someone is out there
Working
maybe.
for Wens, then please sponsor us.
Yeah. And then the 1,000 came. And for that, we created this little fella here. Now, I will be honest, I could have not done this without the help of my father. He knows how to create stuff. He has the materials on how to work this out. So I just designed this and he made the cutout. And I will already spoil that I needed his help for the next one as well, because I thought the first one should be made out of carton paper. And then the next one should be made out of wood. The next one should have an element of a metal or something like that. But remember when we sat down with my father about what should we do and how should we do it? And then my mom helped a lot on, maybe you need to take a different direction.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a mix now.
Yes.
So Marta, you haven't seen our
No.
latest black. This is a world first, people. It's a world first.
A bit of pressure there,
It's
but
a bit of pressure. The special. Yes. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have.
oh wow, okay.
I hope you can see it.
Amazing.
It looks so nice. Because YouTube is not sending us anything until we reach 100,000, so we have to make our own.
Hello. There's a little hole here. This one, my dad made the cutout. Thank you very much, Dad, for helping with this.
Yeah.
And also he cut some of the wood according to my standards. And then I put it together. So
Yeah.
amazing.
Is that copper?
If that is,
A word.
I think it's copper. Yes.
Rees.
Rees, yes.
Copper.
Copper, yes.
Okay, yeah.
It's a copper sounds weird. If
Yeah.
you want to say it in
Copper.
British. What's the copper?
Amazing.
Oh, we have a
Yes, the cat
Yeah.
joined us.
Hey.
So let's continue.
Okay, let's talk a few things about we have been receiving this question like 2 times. I think Joe has been sending this. Where are you, man? Me and my girlfriend are looking all around the city for you. So yeah, tell us what happened last week when we went into
Last
town.
weekend we met 4 of you guys. It was really nice. We really appreciate if you come and say hi. So please do so. Even if you see us shooting stuff, we don't mind. Just come say hi. So it was really a nice experience for us as well to get that free feedback basically right away from you. So yeah, please do. If you find us, then say hi.
Yes,
I think he's noticeable on the street, so you should be able to spot him.
And the camera and all the
Yes,
stuff.
the camera.
Oh, we have people from Atlanta, Georgia, and even
Oh.
South Africa. Amazing. We're almost covering the whole globe now.
Yes.
All right. And another quick question about the channel, and then we move on to the very helpful ones, is do you run a travel company in Hungary? We actually get this a lot. We get a lot of emails, a lot of messages on, walking tours and tours. So what you need to know in Hungary, in order to do certain things, you need to have like a license. We do not possess that license. And, we're doing our own day job. This is a hobby beside it, at least for now. And, we can't really take time to do tours. Neither do we have the license for it. Maybe in the far, far future, it is a possibility. We will announce that if it happens. In the meantime,
We try to help as much as we can with the channel
Yes.
and with answering questions like this.
yes, indeed. So that's about tours.
Yes.
Let's cover quick questions.
Questions.
And I would like to have a little bit of help from Marci, because you
Thermal bath expert.
Yeah, sure. Túrórudi and thermal bath. That's what I do.
can we actually call you the thermal bath expert? Because you guys go to thermal baths a lot more than we do.
Kinda in the winter time, obviously. It's a bit more comfortable. But expert, not that much. We've been to most places, I believe, in Budapest.
You've
that we
been
have
to
on
more
offer.
places than us. That's for sure.
Could be,
Yeah.
could be. Though I have my favorites, so we don't really change it up a lot because we found a place that's just the best, in my opinion.
Which is your favorite?
Valley Bay
Oh,
is the name of it.
that's a hidden gem.
Yeah, it has a longer Hungarian name, which I don't even remember, and I don't even try to translate. But it's really, really good for the price you have to pay there. It's a lot cheaper than the bigger ones like Gellért and Széchenyi. It's a bit less touristy for this reason, though it can be a bit difficult to get in because places are limited. So they can only let in limited amount of people. And then you might have to wait like 3 hours until it starts to clear out. So yeah, it's best to plan ahead. But yeah, I can really, really recommend that place. So yeah. So the question is,
do you need a swim cap for the thermal baths?
yes and no. For example, in Valley Bay, there's no swimming pool. There are only just the thermal stuff and some saunas. Obviously, for those, you don't need it at all. However, some places do require you to wear a swimming cap when you use the swimming pools exclusively. So best to bring one with yourself when you visit these places. You might not need it, but at least you have it for safety.
A swim cap?
Yeah, sure.
But I think you can.
Let me
rent
try
it.
and do something.
Maybe. I don't know, to be honest. Again, best to be on the safe side.
So now we're doing a screen sharing, and the thing I wanted to highlight is if you look at this particular picture, let me try and open it in a completely new one, the whole one. Why do you open like this? Okay, let me try to find another one.
I think it's enough because they can see the pool. This is what
So-
you want to show.
Yeah, so this small pool here, while you see people are enjoying themselves, not as many people as here. And there's a reason.
Yeah.
because this is where you do your laps.
Yeah.
And in those pools, and I think
You
if you
need
go
a swim
to
cap. Yeah.
Gellért thermal baths, Budapest, one of the prime pictures that you will see is
Yeah.
this
Oh
one.
yeah,
Exactly.
And this here again,
You
not
need a
many
cap.
people
Yeah.
in the one where you need to do your laps, right? You need a cap.
yeah, the swimming pool.
In the other ones, such as this
You don't
one,
need
Oh yeah, sure.
nothing is needed. And here, a lot of people having fun. Look, no one's wearing a cap.
Yeah.
But what I was curious about, Marci, is about our next question, because that is related to swim shoes.
Okay.
And I was confused what the right answer for that is.
Well,
You
so
mean
Can you wear swim shoes in the thermal baths?
is it? Well, I've never seen anyone wear these. It again depends. Are we talking about these shoes that you usually use when you go
to the
seaside?
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Probably.
then just
You
to
don't
avoid
need-
stepping into sea urchins or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I don't really
But there is another reason, I guess, is so I have been reading some negative comments here and there about the cleanliness,
Oh, so hygiene reasons.
related.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
think it's-
slippers, what also Rebecca is saying. I think the slippers are the one which are required.
The
but-
slippers. So I did get this question about the swimming shoes and the slippers as well.
Okay.
And the slippers, yes, they are needed once you leave the locker room area, the changing room
Yes.
area, because you cannot walk in shoes. Now the problem is that there's water splashing all over the place. If you go in with your shoes from the outside, you're bringing in dirt.
Yeah,
That could
Yeah,
mix.
yeah.
It's not good.
yeah.
Now related to the swim shoes, if it's about hygiene, I think what matters is to always clean your feet. Possibly if you have swim shoes, then clean those before you enter into the pool. And I think that's a safe bet, because that's what a lot of people miss to
Yes.
do. And then they bring in dirt into
Yeah.
nice thermal waters,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
they?
You should take a shower.
You have
before
to take a shower before you go
well,
into the
have
water.
to. Not many people
Yeah,
do,
but it's,
yeah, you
it's
should. You really
recommended to
should.
take a shower before you go.
Mhm.
Okay, next one.
Rachel is
Yes.
asking what's the kitty's name.
Her name is Markovic.
After
yes,
John
it's very
Markovic.
confusing. It's a girl, but her name is Markovic, and she's here because we are here.
Yes. And the name we had before, the cat.
Yes.
Yes. So, continuing, what is the legitimate ticket purchase ticket for... No. What is the legitimate ticket purchase site for the parliament?
Mhm.
And we answered this in our parliament video. Go check it out if you haven't done that. But I was actually shocked that this is a legitimate answer, a legitimate question.
Many people are asking.
And there is a good reason why they do, because today, as I was planning this whole thing, I went online and I just searched Budapest Parliament ticket. Do you know the correct answer, right? So where do you find that?
It's none of these.
None
first
of
two.
these,
Yeah.
right? I mean, the Országgyűlés
Yeah,
is not the
that's
place
fine,
where you purchase
but
it and
it's
you
not
do get
the
information.
right
But you
one.
would get the info.
Yeah. But none of these are the correct ones. So
Jesus.
maybe we need to do some, I don't know, some sort of promotion on it. But if you go to the Hungarian National Assembly site, which is one of the results, they will tell you to go to Jegymester, which is
Yeah.
Ticketmaster,
Yeah.
not the same one.
Yeah.
Here you have the ability to purchase real tickets, because the Get Your Guide ones, I am not.
No,
I don't like.
We don't know if they are putting on extra amount due to the tour. So this is the safest way to do it. I think the challenge here is that the website name is in Hungarian, so it's not the easiest to find. But please spread the word. We are trying to do that with the video as well. But yeah, it's misleading, the first two sites.
You can get a lot of tickets to other museums and stuff like that at that page, no?
Yeah, I think
Indeed,
yes,
indeed,
yes.
Because I remember buying something completely unrelated. It was the same site, so probably to the bigger museums can get your tickets there as well. Okay, that's good to know. I had no idea.
See, sometimes we are saying that, but this is a very easy question, and then
but it's
you Google it.
confusing, yeah.
Because we Google parliament, and if you Google parliament as in English, then you get a completely different result.
Yeah.
Okay, we bought paprika and souvenirs in Aldi in the lower part of the Great Market Hall. Is that a good place to shop? What do you guys think about the Great Market Hall?
I mean,
or maybe Great Market Hall and Aldi.
yeah, because it depends.
So I think buying it in whichever Aldi or Lidl or Spar or Tesco, it's a good place because they go with the same prices, even if they are placed in the Great Market Hall, I think.
Yeah, just check that the origin country is Hungary, because obviously we have, for whatever reason, imported ones.
We actually have, I brought here one. So this one is a Kolocsai. Kalocsa is a town, a city in Hungary that is very famous for two things. One is the paprika, and the other is the embroidery, the Kolocsai mintázat. This one here has it. However, and again, I will need to quickly share my screen. What is that you actually need to look for on the package itself? And that would be this little thing. Let's go here. Now you can see this.
Yeah.
This is on here as well. Everything in the European Union that is, a protected designation of origin, which is like the Serrano stuff, the Parmigiano Reggiano, these kind of things, right? You will see these. Just check where it was manufactured. This one says it was manufactured, produced, and everything was done with technologies of Kalocsa.
Yeah,
and in Kalocsa.
And it's great because obviously the Kalocsa one is special, but you can get very good quality paprika from other regions in Hungary as well, which will not have this logo, but it will have a different one that shows that it's a Hungarian product made from Hungarian stuff, packaged in Hungary, so on and so forth. You can trust those. Whatever the brand is, if it came from Hungary, it will most likely be very, very good. But this is something special. As you said, like Parmigiano and stuff like that. It's sort of the same category here.
Yeah, and it does say in English as well that it's produced in Hungary. So just check if it's Hungary. There are, unfortunately, I've been hearing a lot of places where you get like Chinese ones from Serbia, which is close. So that could be also nice, but nevertheless, buy the Hungarian one. All right. In the meantime, Jay Neudorf has given his comment on the availability of tickets, and to buy a ticket directly at the Parliament Visitors Center wasn't a problem. I hope that's a wasn't there because I have a heart right next to it. I will send everybody so here's the thing. When I checked today on availability of tickets for the Parliament in the next few days, they were kind of sold out completely. But I heard that during the day, at the morning, they do release a few tickets occasionally. So either you can get tickets like that, or there is some sort of a visit, a political event, and because of that, it's going to be completely sold out. They don't even do tours at all. Heading back to the questions, and we have quite a few. And we're going to try to answer these very quickly from a very lovely couple from America, probably because they've been talking about themselves as non-European Union residents. Do you know if any banks would allow non-European residents to open a local account remotely?
Back to you.
I don't think so.
So I think looking at when we need to open up bank accounts here, we need to give the residence card. We need to regularly, we actually need to go there in person and tell them, no, I am a legitimate person and I'm not like a terrorist or something, and then sign something there So you have to be present,
Yes.
unfortunately. And Anna is also confirming on our suspicion.
Plus, maybe you need proof of residence as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's can be complicated.
Indeed. Any advice on the health system would work if we would need ambulance or a doctor?
Yes. So let's hope it does not come to that.
First of all, yes, please.
Because we know, let's not go into our healthcare system. But basically, you will be treated. So if there is an accident or anything like that, you need to go to the hospital. The ambulance will come and they will bring you and they will treat you. And then depending on, what kind of insurance you have from home, you will get the bill from the hospital, and then either the insurance company from your country is paying for it or not. So that really depends on what is it that you purchased.
Yeah.
But please correct me if I think that's my understanding on how it works in the European Union.
If you are a European Union member, I think you need to get like a free ID in your country that, marks that you have European Union health insurance. And wherever you go, then you can say that, I'm a European Union member, I can get this. Basically, if you go to a hospital, etc., hopefully never.
Yeah.
Especially in Hungary.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah. And the thing is that what you need to understand is anytime we travel, we have insurance, we get insurance here with our local insurance providers. It's much easier. Honestly, never try to travel without insurance. That's what I would say.
It's not too expensive and covers a lot.
Yes.
So I guess every single country has a host of options to choose from. So I would definitely recommend getting it before traveling anywhere, not just Hungary.
Yeah.
Indeed. Anna in Budapest, in the meantime, has also confirmed that you don't need residency, but you need to be here in person. Thank you very much, Anna, for contributing. All right. Any idea on when the Citadel will be reopened and what renovation is going on? I Googled this. Latest is that till the end of next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
However,
It's already delayed.
Yeah. We will see. But you can still go there.
Yeah, you can go up to the point, just not around it, no?
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, just you can't really go to the absolute top of it, but you can get next to it.
Yeah.
Like
precisely.
In the very first video.
Yeah, you can take a picture with the fence and the statue.
Yes.
Exactly.
I would still recommend visiting.
Yes, you should still go.
The hill is nice. The view is nice. It's just you can't go to the top, but there wasn't anything there really to see previously, at least.
Yeah.
So
the statue is nice, but the view of Budapest is even more glorious. But do you know what is made
there? So how will it change? Do you know that?
I don't, to be honest.
In all honesty, the plans have been changing back and forth, and I haven't been paying attention to it for quite a long time. What I do know is that there will be a huge flagpole with a huge Hungary flag.
It's already there.
It's already there, but I also see the cranes and stuff. So sometimes I don't see the flag itself. But I think there's gonna be like some sort of an event place. At least that's what I heard. But in the end, they also plan to have like a shiklo that goes up, like the same one that we have in the castle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We will never know. Next year, maybe, and we will visit it for sure. All right. Inflation was high. 20% of prices have been increased. Are they returning to normal? So I think inflation kind of slowed down, but prices are at the same level. They didn't return anywhere. I mean, that would be deflation, wouldn't it, if the prices go down? Unfortunately not. But that's the reality. 1 Turorudis price went up. I found out considerably. Considerably, yes.
We cover in a video how expensive is Budapest, but that was also from a year ago, no?
More than a year ago. We will need to make a new one. Absolutely. A very interesting question, but we will answer it. The syllabus taught in schools in Hungary is in which language? Complete Hungarian, or does it have English as a medium?
It's Hungarian.
Depends how
Which school?
No, that too, but
Yeah.
how I look at the question. Because if the question is if they are teaching certain
Language,
subjects
mhm.
in a different language, then it depends on
Then
the school.
yes, yeah.
Sure.
Then-
So there are numerous, second language schools
Yeah.
here. German, for example, English, obviously, so on and so forth. Now, if the question is about if we are being taught a second language, in this case, English, sure we are.
Yes.
So that's pretty much mandatory. At least I, when I went to school
Yeah.
a long time ago, we already
We are-
like
It's
yesterday.
highly advised. It is highly
Yeah.
advised.
We already had. You could choose from English and German at that point.
Yes.
Some schools do Italian. I heard
Yes,
Spanish.
Yeah,
in some
Spanish,
cases.
French.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it really depends. Also, obviously, in Budapest, I think there are more options to
Mhm.
learn
Yeah,
different
sure,
languages
sure,
than
sure.
in the countryside.
Mm.
But yeah, for sure, English is a must. I think back in the days when we were younger, for me, for example, because I come from the lakeside, Balaton, I had to learn first German. Because it was a
Makes
touristy place, so we had to learn first German, and then came English as a
Mhm.
second language for me. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of schools where there's a lot of expats,
Yes.
a lot of
Mhm.
expat communities are here in Hungary, and for them there are these. But the regular average Joe schools, like the ones we went to,
Yeah.
primarily everything is in
Is it
Hungarian.
Hungarian? Sure.
And if we want advised, as you can see, we speak English because we learned it in school back in
Yeah.
the day.
Sure, school.
Not YouTube.
not video games. We didn't
No,
have
not
YouTube.
Oh
video
yeah,
games
we
at
didn't
all.
have YouTube back
We didn't
then.
have YouTube.
Okay.
We had
so-
Cartoon Network.
we did have Cartoon Network. So,
Okay.
yes. What do locals use to book rentals other than Airbnb? So we personally use booking.com
Mhm.
quite a
Yeah.
lot, but I hear people who use Agoda, hotels.com, Trivago or whatever is
Trivago.
the name. But what do you guys use usually? You also go a lot.
Booking.com /.hu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
want the
For internal,
Hungarian
yeah.
version of it, which is basically the same. But yeah, those I don't really look any further than that.
Yeah.
Check the prices, look at the specific place that I like, and maybe check to see if they have
Yeah.
some offer on there. But
Yeah.
Booking.com is fine.
Oh yeah,
Expedia.
Expedia
Mhm,
is
yeah.
also one of those sites. But one thing that is very unique to Hungary, so we have the beautiful card.
The beautiful
The
card.
beautiful card. That is like a rough translation because we have the Szép card, which is the Széchenyi, who was a very prominent Hungarian person who has built up a lot of our infrastructure and our industries.
Mm.
He had this very famous quote that without industry, the nation is only a giant without hands, or something like that.
Sure.
I think.
Félkarú óriás.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And because he was like that person, the government, I think like 20 years ago, started this initiative to give money to increase, trade, tourism, and we have this card, the Szép card, and we can pay for, travels and tickets to concerts and things like that. So when we have a lot of money, so separately we get each year an amount from our companies, some amount that we can spend, and that you can only use if you book through this very specific Hungarian website.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So whenever we have enough money, we look something on booking.com and then go and search for the real website of that place. And then
For domestic travel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But that is only a Hungarian thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Someone is very lucky because they say we are staying at the Hilton up in the hill. How
So
hard
in the
it is to
castle
drive up.
district, yes.
Yes. Let me actually.
How hard it is to drive up? Because sorry, I was.
Please
speaking.
answer that in the meantime.
I don't know. I never drove up. I don't know why. I use public transport to go up. But if you have a reservation in the Castle District, regardless if it's Hilton or something else, what you can do is that when you drive up, there are these sorompó. What is that? What is sorompó? Let's Google Translate.
Wait, let me show you.
Oh my God, what is sorompó?
It's the thing that
stops you from going in.
This is a sorompó.
Okay.
What is this?
So,
Rachel, you know, barriers.
Yeah,
Excellent.
thank you.
Thank you.
Someone speaks English besides us.
Yeah.
So
this is the view you get from Hilton. This is
the
have.
view you get. But basically, if you have a reservation, then as far as I know, you get either a QR code or some kind of vonal code, which I don't know again. Barcode. Thank you. Which you can put there so that it lets you in, because usually only buses can drive up. Or only people who live in the Castle District, because there are people who live in the Castle District. So yeah, as far as I know, this is how you get up, because you get some confirmation from the place that you stay.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm completely wrong. So let's fact check that later. But
they
I think
they have
this is how it
parking
works.
reserve.
Yes,
but
yes.
Getting up, I don't think is hard, unless you have like a very tiny car with like no motor at all. But otherwise, I think it's easy.
No, I think when they meant on getting difficult to get up is, I think, the challenge to how to enter the Castle District, not if their car is managing the hill.
Indeed. If you're going to the Hilton, you probably are not driving a Mini Cooper.
Yes.
But I really hope you will enjoy your stay here.
Yes, it will be an amazing view for sure.
If anyone from Hilton is watching this, we will happily review one of your.
We would love to review your hotel.
Right. So those were the quick questions.
Yeah.
We do have some which I believe need a little bit more time for us to discuss. But before we do that, Marci, would you like to hit me up with a beer?
Of course.
Because I'm getting thirsty already.
From the magic bag.
From the
I
magic
can
And
show
the
you this
people are
because
watching
it's
us
amazing.
where it's only in the morning or noon, and we are you are drinking.
I mean, it's 8 o'clock
This
somewhere on the
somewhere.
planet. So.
I think
This is Soproni.
is
From
this the
Sopron.
best beer in Hungary?
Well,
No.
In-
You waste the Thank you.
in all honesty, I don't think that. So Hungary's base beers, which this is, and the thing we had before was a Dreher. These are very average beers on the global scale. They are not extraordinary. We enjoy it. It's really good on a hot summer day.
Yes,
But-
exactly.
A little bit of ASMR. Cheers.
Cheers.
So I like Soproni better than Dreher, but
Yeah.
the difference isn't that huge. But I would say that the craft beer scene in Hungary is amazing. And maybe you have seen the video where we went to Fehérnyúl. They are really nice partner for us sometimes. I just love their beer. And I think if you come to Hungary, you should try them. And this is not sponsored at all. I'm just making this call.
And the man audience finally started to type once you started to drink beer. And just to highlight that Marci is usually here when there is beer or food.
Come on, man. Kind of true though, but it sounds bad.
It would have looked weird if I would sit here alone with Ákos and he would be drinking beer by himself.
Wait, that's an average Monday.
Yeah. It's somewhere 5 p.m.
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Now, Marci been trying to push me towards going for like hikes and do videos about hikes. If you would be interested on, going to nature here near Budapest and like hikes, then, leave comments, tell us in the chat, and then
We go for hikes.
Then we go for hikes.
Maybe we go for hikes.
Yes. So we got a very interesting question about how different is life in Budapest compared to the rest of Hungary.
Well, I think it's
So, I'm not saying we've not been to many places. So I think it's very difficult to compare. We can also only comment on what we hear from our friends. We do have a lot of friends, also thanks to work, who come from different countries. But in terms of how different is life in Budapest, I think Budapest offers many things. Oh my God! So, good morning. So I think Budapest offers a lot of the same. Some of the same experiences, like we have a very good restaurant scene. We have a nice little, I'm not saying old town, I would not call it that, but the city center, it's with very nice buildings. And I'm not saying that Budapest is different from the others, because I don't know, let's look at Paris and all these kind of cities with beautiful buildings. But in terms of life, so I don't know what they mean here in terms of the daily,
Living your life.
I don't know how I would answer that, because we could cover costs, but that's a very broad topic. So, and it's not easy to discuss in 5 minutes. But if I go, let's say, to then any European country, then I would say that I don't feel, maybe it's a weird thing to say, but I don't feel that different, because there are some architecture and food, and besides Hungarian, obviously, which we can also have here in Budapest. But I don't know if they want to know this part, so I'm curious to see how would you answer this question.
So I think what we're looking at here is comparing it to the rest of Hungary.
Yes. Sorry, I thought the rest of. Okay. Why did you not stop me?
Because
I was just going on and saying stupid things. So
No, you were
Budapest
not.
compared to the rest of the Hungary. So let's start from the beginning. I don't know how you do
Reset.
that. Yes. So nothing happened. I made a fool out of myself. So to the rest of the Hungary, obviously it's different because it's the capital. But obviously you have so much more options in terms of basically what I just talked about, restaurant scene. Although I must say that some of the rest of the bigger cities in Hungary do have a lot of new people opening businesses, and you see a lot of good eateries there as well. But in terms of transportation, Budapest has a very good transportation system compared to some of the cities that we have, like bigger ones, Debrecen or Nyíregyháza. And maybe it's a stupid question, but I think Budapest is the only one who has a metro system
in Hungary.
In Hungary, yeah. So that's obviously unique to within Hungary as well. But maybe I stop talking now and let you guys express your thoughts as well before I say something else.
No, I mean, I think it's quite correct that the rest of the country, even small cities and even like villages, are sort of catching up when you are looking at restaurants and places you can visit and just programs to schedule for a visit. Obviously, it's different. The main difference that you will see is if you live in like the rural areas. If you visit the other parts of Hungary, I think it will be sort of similar. I mean, you can get your itinerary full with whatever you do.
Absolutely.
So you won't really notice any huge difference apart from obviously the millions of people. But it's more when you spend a lot of time there. So, for example, half of my family is from Pécs, which is a smaller city. in Mediterranean Hungary, and yeah, it's a lot different, a lot calmer, a lot more quiet, less things to do. Again, when you live there, not when you visit, for a prolonged period. So, but I think it's pretty much the same everywhere in the world. So it's nothing extreme,
Different, yeah.
really, unless you are going to the really, really small villages, because then that's a different world. But yeah, it's calmer, quieter. So I would definitely recommend visiting these places. In some cases, even before Budapest, maybe. Just out of curiosity. But yeah.
I have a little bit more of a bleaker view, unfortunately, because I think one of the, well, based on how I see when I look at like Reddit or comments from people who are living in the countryside of Hungary, what you need to kind of understand is that if we give an example of like Germany, where I can just tell you a lot of big cities where there is life, there is a lot of industry. Frankfurt, you have, besides Berlin, there's Munich, etc. All of these are very vibrant cities with tons of industry and jobs and work. And in Hungary, that's not really the case as far as I see, because we have amazing cities. So what I would say is you have Budapest, then you have like the second tier cities, the bigger ones like Debrecen, Szeged, the ones we have mentioned. And then you have the countryside itself. And unfortunately, as soon as you leave Budapest, there is limited amount of work, limited things that you can do in the countryside. Like I know that in Budapest, there's a lot of multinational companies that are here, and only a few are present in like Debrecen, in Szeged. So the options for people there is limited. So instead of trying to make business there, they move to Budapest. But you did raise an excellent point that a lot of places open up restaurants and special shops. Not a really fan favorite video that we did in the very, very beginning is about the Őrség region, which is a very specific one to the western side of Hungary. And one of the most prominent restaurants in the country is actually located there in the middle of the, well, not in the forest, but like next to a very small village.
Yeah.
And there are good examples where people, take their own money and try to build an economy. But the thing is, a lot of the jobs that we have in the countryside are like putting cars together, making batteries, and unfortunately that should improve in the future, which is why I hope that if people watch this channel, come to Budapest and have an amazing experience, you will not only come back, but then maybe try to visit some other cities. And that's why we also do videos about.
And there are many good day trip options as well from Budapest. So you don't need to, have a car or anything like that. It's very easy to go to just a smaller village. But yeah, we try to cover videos about that in the future. So
I mean, the country is not extremely huge, so
it's
not easy to travel. Even if you make your base in Budapest, for example, it's quite easy to travel to most of the bigger cities via a day trip or whatever 2 days stay. So yeah, Budapest is fine, it's nice, but there's a lot to be found in other lesser known places or places in Hungary. So,
I'm curious. This is not a question, but now that we talked about this for so long, do you guys have actually any favorite place in Hungary that's not Budapest?
Pécs, definitely. And I'm not just saying it because obviously it had a special place in my heart because I basically grew up there, sort of, kind of. It's just a very, very nice, smaller scale city, which had a lot of improvements in the past like 30 years. a lot of new stuff to see. It's quite easy to just walk around in. You don't really have to use the public transport if you don't want to. There's hills, there's historic places. It's everything Budapest has to offer in a much smaller package. Obviously, I wouldn't necessarily recommend spending 2 weeks there at any point, but it's a very nice place to visit, in my opinion.
For me, being a girl from Balaton, obviously I'm from a place from which we have a video about from Siófok, so obviously Lake Balaton is close to my heart. But if I could choose another place in Hungary, then I would say
Drum roll.
We maybe will talk about it later, but Villány.
Villány?
Yeah.
Villány?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are in the
Yeah, we are close to each other.
Close to each other, because this is where we have Pécs.
Yeah. And just right there, there.
Here, very, very tiny village.
Yeah,
yes.
because it's a wine region. So, but it has very nice, surrounding area to bike and to, explore. So I really like it.
Awesome.
But we will talk about this later as well. So
we will talk.
And for
spoilers.
you?
It's kind of difficult, but if I have to, it's gonna be controversial.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
In a way, because I'm gonna say the Badacsony region. This place, this little place here. Let me try and get like a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Badacsony, you have wine.
Guess what?
What a surprise.
And by the way, your lovely bride is from this region, right?
Yeah.
Next to Badacsony.
Lovely assistant right over there.
Right over there. You want to say hi to you can come in. I will make sure
hiding her.
I will make sure you can introduce yourself on the bigger screen. But I will say Badacsony. And why is this controversial? It's right next to the Balaton, right? It's the place of swimming, beaches.
But you hate it.
I absolutely hate going to the beach. As a child, I loved it because then you can, do sand castles and stuff.
You still do.
I still do that. I still do that if I go to a beach, me, a grown man.
Yeah.
But anyways, but here you have peace, quiet.
You can
You can hike. Amazing places you can visit here in nature, and there's wine. Even though it's white wine, which is not my favorite, but I do love it.
Because it's alcohol, yeah.
I will add another place.
Which
one?
one?
I just remembered it, and you have a video about it. Kőszeg.
Kőszeg.
Yes.
Oh my god, Kőszeg was one of our very first videos.
Indeed. This very nice. Look at this picture. I mean,
it's very nice.
This
nice
picture.
It's
such
really
a lovely
town.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of hiking.
You can hike. Yeah, you can hike
yeah,
from here. A lot of
A lot of greenery. It's amazing. It's really, really good.
Here.
What?
A little bit.
Visit Vonyarcvashegy.
A little bit of an advertisement to Vonyarcvashegy. It's a very small little quaint town. Here you can see the nice little beach. Is this one of your prime
churches?
I am from Vonyarc. It's best.
Say hi to Zsófia.
Yeah.
Sophia.
Okay, let's move on to the
Let's
next
move on to the
question
next
because we are
question.
getting very much
Indeed,
distracted.
we are in the last leg. How has Budapest changed in the last 10 years?
Okay.
Are we counting COVID years? With, I don't know, 3-4 years of, I don't know.
Well, finally, I think most of our subways are running because there were like, how long was it? I can't remember. There was a time.
Number 4 or which one?
No, number 4 came in. And then number 3 basically shut down and part of it was open, but we had to go with the bus. I remember that getting from, where we live to the workplace took double the time because our subway was not working.
Yes, Sopron is great too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mark, absolutely. Absolutely. We did have a few questions here in chat,
Okay,
which we
we'll
will
go back
address,
to right.
but we will get
after
back
this.
to them after this. So, in all honesty, I think Budapest became a better place. Doesn't matter who our
Yeah.
local governor whatsoever was,
Let's put
the
that
mayor.
aside. Yeah.
Let's put that aside. We don't do politics, but Budapest did get better.
Yeah.
We have an amazing public transport these days. We have an amazing way of getting tickets on an app.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, people, like I think maybe 10 years ago, we had to walk to a board
Yeah.
at the bus stop, and it didn't say at first when the bus is coming. It said when the bus leaves the first station, and then you had to calculate when it will arrive to your place.
Yeah.
Now it's at the palm of your hands.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
very good.
It's amazing. And
but I think in general, I know we had COVID, and there were a few years where there were, unfortunately, like in every other country, places had to shut down. But I do see that we started to bloom again in that area. So a lot of new places are opening up. So we went to. There was a video which came out today about that Palace District area, and we were also very surprised to see how many new places there are which we've never been to, and that it's good to see that people are not afraid to open new shops and restaurants and bars and so on. So it's really good to see that it's blooming and we have the chance to try these places. So yeah, I think we are going into a good direction in that part. Sometimes a bit slower, but the direction is okay.
Look, there's room to improve. Yes. Definitely. But it's getting so much better. Now the Castle District is
under renovation.
There's a lot of renovation happening. In all honesty, some of those renovations, like they want to completely redo the palace building to how it was before the war. I don't know if we need to touch that, if that's needed. Building the other structures there and renovating it, that's good. But otherwise, I think Budapest has improved. More good restaurants. Now we can get amazing ramen. Like a lot of places.
Important.
That's the most important.
For me,
well, for us Hungarians, yes, because we don't eat Hungarian food every single day.
If you ever ask a Hungarian, where is the best place for Hungarian food?
At home.
It's at home.
Yeah, but I think that's everywhere like that.
Yes,
so it's but in the past few months we tried a lot of them, and we also recommended them in some of our videos. So and many of them are very good, I have to say. So and reasonably priced. Okay, let's move on.
What areas in Budapest does a tourist really need to know the Hungarian language?
Okay.
Let's put up a Budapest map.
Honestly, it's. I'm not saying it's difficult to say, because I do believe that you can get by with English almost everywhere. I'm not saying that, but maybe the districts which are very much on the outskirts and you go to a very small shop, then maybe the old lady there won't speak the language, I mean the English language. But anything within a city center or even a bit outside, or any bigger store, the chances of someone speaking English is very high, so you won't have an issue with that.
If you look at Budapest, there are multiple half circles.
Yeah.
Like there's a very little one here. This is the Museum Boulevard because it has the National Museum. We also have, this is not one name. There's a lot of different emperors and kings have the names of this boulevard. And then we also have the Hungarian Boulevard, which also has a different name at this section. But this is this one. What I would say is, most of the interesting things for you as a first-timer will be within this little circle here.
You won't really go outside unless you love to explore and you want to try something different than what you see on the internet. Then but otherwise I think you should be fine with English.
There, absolutely.
The more young people start to work at these places, they will most definitely speak
Yeah.
English at some level at least. Hotels, naturally. Restaurants, absolutely. Shops, most likely.
Plus, what's really cool, and we do use this a lot when we travel, for instance, when we went to Norway, when
Yeah.
we went to Japan,
Or Czech
Google
Republic.
Translate, the
Mhm.
app. Download the app. It's
Yeah.
it's
It's
amazing.
a lifesaver.
It's a lifesaver. You can even, take a picture of something and it will translate it.
Yeah.
And you can also converse with someone.
Yeah.
Again, not sponsored by Google in any way, but it is a
But
really
it's
cool
easy,
feature.
Well,
yeah.
it's YouTube, so maybe
Yeah.
you are.
I don't.
But
Okay.
But here's the thing. My parents, they go sometimes to abroad,
yeah.
and there is a very skill that we Hungarians know and love. It's the kézzel lábbal, which is with your hands and feet.
yeah.
Somehow we always
you
make
get
it
by.
work.
Yeah.
maybe it works in Japan as well. So
Yeah.
it must work everywhere else.
yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. Let's go to the next question.
Next question is,
Or maybe we should check if we did miss maybe something from the chat.
let's cover
Okay.
this topic and then
Okay.
we'll
Okay. Okay.
check those. What is the best district to stay in? I think we kind of answered that.
Mhm.
Yeah, within that circle, basically, anywhere is good because you get by, as you hear from us 100 times. Public transport is great, so you can go from A to B very easily. It's very difficult for us to mention hotels and places like this because it really depends on your budget, on how much you want to spend on your accommodation. But anything within that circle, that gray, or even the other one, the one in the outside of Hungary.
I think no, you
Oh,
don't. That's too far.
But
So,
you can still get there.
I think if you stay anywhere that's sort of near a metro station,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
You are good.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the
You're
Teleti is also still good.
Sure,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even
absolutely.
outer,
Yeah, even in the
districts,
outer skirts.
but be close to a metro station.
Yeah.
Be close
But
to one,
if
yes.
you are, you can get into the city in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15.
That's
Yeah,
very
exactly.
tops.
Yeah.
So it's probably you will get cheaper places, maybe not as nice looking in some cases, but I would definitely recommend trying to find these places more on the outskirts, but next to a metro station. It's
Yeah.
very, very important.
I would only say go to the outskirts if you want to try and find cheap ones.
Yeah.
By the way, when we researched for like the budget hacks video, we were surprised that not many hotels are within like this outskirt area. Most of them is obviously here. One thing I would say, I have highlighted Erzsébetváros, which is this little part here. So Elizabeth town, named after Empress Elizabeth, Sisi. And basically this part here, this half of it, that's like where the most bars are located.
Yeah.
That's where the nightlife is. That's where the ruin bars are, which means there are a lot of people
Drinking.
who do this earlier than we do and more than we do. And they will have a fun time.
More after.
Yeah.
Okay, so they do this a lot more.
Yeah, or mix it. Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is that there, if you go there, there are really nice hotels. Just do note that if you don't like loud people on the streets and you like a bit more peace and quiet,
Yeah.
then maybe don't try
Choose
to get
that
your
area,
place
yeah.
in this area. Otherwise, I think
The rest is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
look at the subways.
Yeah.
Are you within like 15 minutes, 10 minutes from a subway station?
Yeah. Walk. Yeah.
You will be fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
fine. Right. Now,
Okay.
let's check some of the questions that we had here. And I think Gigi has asked, what kind of international grocery stores are available in Budapest? Aldi.
Tesco.
Lidl.
Aldi, Lidl,
Spar.
Tesco.
Spar. Whatever.
There is, let's say,
Yeah, is only Hungarian.
That's what I wanted to ask. I mean, Hungarian grocery store, we don't have many actually.
Yeah,
Owned
not these
by
days.
Hungarian.
Owned by
Not
Hungarians,
these
and I
days.
think it's Primo or CBA.
Yeah. One
Because
of these.
back in the day, we used to call them ABC, and I always thought that the convenience store's name was ABC because they had everything from ABC. But I heard that it's actually an abbreviation, I think, for something. And then
Yes?
this company
Was it?
changed it back. I will look it up. I may make a video about it. What
No,
was
please
that?
don't.
Because we don't have them
Yes.
anymore. So.
Yes.
But the international ones are like Aldi, Lidl, Penny Market, Spar, Interspar, Tesco. Do we still have Auchan? We don't have Auchan anymore.
We
Of course
still
we do.
have.
Oh, we have
Auchan.
Auchan. Yeah. Which I
Yeah.
think was
Someone was
French.
asking, anyone know if any Hungarian beers are imported in the US?
Ooh.
We would need to check
On
that.
Facebook, if you have Facebook, there is this wonderful group that's called Hungarian Treasures, and I do see a lot of people there are from the US, and they
Yes.
do share where they can find some, Hungarian stuff in Hungarian marketplaces
Mhm.
or like Costco and stuff,
Yeah.
like Hungarian wine. Maybe go up there and ask, because it's a really helpful community. We've been part of that, although we don't post there a lot. But they're really helpful
Yeah.
when it comes to these kind of questions. Unfortunately, we don't live in the US, so we don't know. Which bank ATM can you use to not get ripped off? Like Euronet. Euronet, don't use it. Indeed. Anything that's a branded bank
yeah.
ATM, OTP is the largest one in Hungary. You
Yeah.
will see that most of the time.
It's a
but
green one, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
green one. We have Raiffeisen,
KNH,
KNH,
MBH
yeah.
now.
yeah,
What?
MBH.
Yeah,
Oh.
MBH. Mm. Yeah.
Just look for a bank that
Which
looks
has
like
an
a bank
automat.
Yeah.
and go there. If there's something that's like standing and it doesn't say OTP, because I rarely see anything standalone.
No,
It's
Just
not an
Euronet,
OTP.
yeah.
Yeah. But the safest bet is if you see, a brick and mortar bank
Mm.
building,
Yes.
it will have a publicly accessible ATM.
Mm.
Yes.
Usually, you have to actually go in through a door, even if the bank is not open. It's still in a secluded area.
Jane Neudorf
So-
already answered that,
Yes.
that question.
Any Asian or
Yes,
Mediterranean grocery
we have a
stores?
lot. Yes, thank God, because we
Thank
love
God.
Asian cuisine. So
You know what I see a lot more often these days? Indian
oh,
grocery
Indian,
stores.
yeah, specifically Indian grocery stores. But you have for Japan or for Korean or Chinese. We have a
some
lot of
Middle
these.
Eastern stuff
Yeah,
as
Middle
well.
Eastern, yes.
Syrian.
Halal meat in some cases. So yeah, a lot of these stuff available here.
We do get a lot of questions around vegan, vegetarian things, and we've been figuring out how to make a video about it. So maybe in the future there will be one, because I love meat, but I have nothing against someone who's vegan or vegetarian. And
Thank God.
thank God, yes.
Something that we have to say.
Nowadays you don't know.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing that there's a lot of restaurants popping up which are focusing on vegan and vegetarian.
Yes.
And I'm really curious what a vegan goulash is like. Seriously. When I was trying to answer this question, I
Yeah.
looked up where can I get like Hungarian things, not like something
vegan.
that's a vegan food but has nothing to do with Hungarian stuff, right? And
We
I
will
found
try
one.
it in the future.
Yes.
You know what a vegetarian goulash is? It's lecho.
Yeah, but
Or paprika krumpli.
yeah,
But just joking, by the way.
But do you put lecho into,
not.
no
It's just
bacon
that
into the lecho?
It's sort of the same ingredients
Okay.
anyways.
Yes. Okay.
let's look at some questions in the chat if they still have some.
How about a followers meetup? So
Ah.
we do plan to do something like that in the future, and we will announce that quite upfront. But it's not like a meetup where we have a large space. Probably what will happen is we will announce on what day, and on that day we will go out for a beer somewhere. And if you happen to be there, then we can say hi, have a chit chat, something like that. Very, very simply. Okay. Any more questions on
No,
this?
it's just that there are some comments on that. There you can find some food, vegan and vegetarian food.
Roy had the mushroom goulash. By the way, the gomba paprikash, which is the
goulash.
mushroom goulash, mushroom
Stew.
paprikash,
Stew,
mushroom
yeah.
stew. That's one of my favorite ones. That is
Not with meat.
not with
Yeah,
meat.
yeah.
Although my dad makes it with meat because
Of
you
course,
need
because-
fat for the ingredients.
We just to also be cautious of the time. We have 10
Yes.
more minutes.
Yes. So, do we want to discuss the wine?
Discuss, we drink it.
So we did get a few questions related to wine. You might have seen some videos where we recommend buying wine. We do have some videos about wine regions, and we did get question around favorite winery in Hungary and favorite wine regions. Now, in all honesty, I don't have a favorite winery because I think the great thing about wine is trying more and more and experiencing them and trying to figure out, what taste you're feeling there. And there are some go-tos. So like Gere, Sauska, these are the ones that are really popular and commonly available. They're kind of pricier a little bit, but the quality is always there. Or there's Saint Andrea, which is a wine maker from Eger, which is one of my favorite wine regions, but is it the favorite wine region? Because to me, I mentioned Badacsony, and the reason why I love Badacsony is because of nature and hiking. And the white wine is really good there. But you mentioned Villány.
Yes, but I mentioned that more not because of the wine specifically, but because of the region. But when it comes to favorite wine region, for me it's Badacsony because I'm a white wine girl. So I only drink white wine. So for me, if we can go somewhere, then we should go to Badacsony. But I also love to go to Eger because obviously even in Villány and in Eger you can drink white wine, but they are more famous for the red wine.
Indeed. I think Villány has probably the best top quality wine, at least the ratio of how many people are making wine there. Most of them will be on the higher price and on the higher quality side. And when you go to Eger, I love Eger because of the vibe, the feeling. It's a really nice city. It's a castle town, lots of history. And it's really easy to go to the outskirts of the city where you have this so-called Szépasszonyok völgye, the valley of the beautiful woman. And I guess the reason is if you drink enough, every woman will become beautiful in your eyes, perhaps. But there you have cellar after cellar. The quality of the wine isn't amazing, but it's like the true, like old school Hungarian wine. And the vibe is just amazing there. But we want to visit other wine regions later on. We covered the wine region.
Yeah, and there were some questions came in the chat.
Yes, let's
maybe
see
to
what
focus
we have.
on that if they are here. A meetup would be great. Yeah, so as soon as we know, we let you guys know. When do the Christmas markets? Oh my God, we are already talking about Christmas. But usually it starts somewhere on the last weekend of November. It depends on when Christmas is. So usually the fourth week before Christmas.
So it's with Advent.
It's connected with Advent, but sometimes it starts a week earlier. So
The
it
middle of
really
November,
depends
essentially.
on the year. Anna says 17th of November this year. We don't know yet. Sometimes this changes, and it depends on the Christmas market. So the big ones, which are at the Basilica or Vörösmarty, they do open earlier than the smaller ones, which we also covered last year. Yeah. So you should look at the Advent calendar in a way, and then try to calculate according to that. But I think in November we already know usually when the Christmas markets are open. But first, let's have summer.
Yes.
Let's just be done with it.
Yeah. I love posh wine, but always love the $3 Hungarian from Penny. Yeah.
We want to say thank you for the fun. We are really also thankful for a lot of your positive comments that you are leaving on the channel. And if you want to support the channel, how can you do that? The best way and the most easiest way for all of you, liking the video, watching until the end, leaving a comment. That supports us greatly. It helps us, reach a larger audience.
Yes.
You can also donate if you want to. There's another way. We have these merches. You can see that we have these like little t-shirts. And, I've been drawing these, I've been creating these, and they were super fun to do so. This one has a shushu, sárkány. It's a copy of it, but my rendition. It's like a kaiju battle, like Godzilla fighting the large hussar next to the little basilica. When we went, where the idea for this shirt came? We went to Prague, and in our hotel, I saw old pictures hung up, and people put graffiti on it by putting like imaginary animals onto like the Charles Bridge and places like that. And I thought, I could do that myself as well. That's where that came from. That's where the policeman with the basilica came from. It was super fun to make those. And, if you donate on YouTube, that, more of that money comes to us. But to me, if you buy a t-shirt in the end, and I know that some person in the world, and a lot of you have already purchased, which we are super grateful for that. And the feeling that there is a person in the world walking in a thing that I created, that is amazing. That is, I think, the best feeling that I can have after so many beers.
So I think let's answer some of these questions, and then I think from the chat, and then we can wrap it up.
Indeed. We have this question from Mark. What is your favorite place in Budapest? Because mine is the renovated Várkert and its garden. I think that is an excellent choice.
Yes. But what is your favorite place in Budapest? Do you have a favorite place? Besides Simpla.
No. It's not.
It's been a long time ago.
It's been a long time ago. We don't go to Simpla that much. I think we don't go there often, but whenever I have the chance to walk on the Danube promenade and walk from the Parliament towards the chain bridge. I mean, it's not a convenient spot because of all the gravel there. Walking isn't good, but if you get a chance to sit on a bench right next to the chain bridge, where, by the way, there is nothing that's stopping you from falling into the Danube, which is insane. But
that's why you need health insurance.
You cannot beat that unobstructed view. It's amazing. To me, that's one of my favorite places, the promenade at night, and especially that spot next to the chain bridge.
For me, the one place I always loved is the Gellért Hill area, so around the Citadel. Not the Citadel itself, because it used to be kind of ugly-ish, but the hill itself I like. Hiking, it's green, everything that I love. But newer stuff like the garden area of the Nemzeti Színház.
Oh, yeah. Go and watch the new video.
Okay.
Talk about.
But he talks about the Színház, not the museum.
Oh, you talk
the Színház.
The Színház. I thought it's a museum.
The theater, not the
theater.
museum.
Apologies.
The garden area at the National Theater. That's very eclectic. Definitely go there where in springtime or in summer, so where it still has leaves, because there are interesting looking trees there. But it's just a nice area that they did when they built the new theater like 20 years ago ish. So there.
Awesome. All right. Some people are sharing their thoughts on, like, Anna likes to walk her dog at the Fisherman's Bastion in the early morning. You know why that's great?
No people.
No people. And before 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you can go on to the top of
free.
for free.
It's for free.
It's a budget hack, yes. And I actually want to do a video one day, our very first video, which is unfortunately private because the first video isn't always that great. But there we went for a sunrise watching together. I want to do the same thing, but go this time to the Fisherman's Bastion one day. It's an amazing thing. Emma talks about tram number 2.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah.
that's a cheap sightseeing option.
Exactly.
Basically covers the whole Danube bank
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Budapest.
And sort of goes. It goes to the National Theatre. Actually.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, it goes until then.
So
and, yeah.
absolutely.
Indeed. And I believe that we have arrived to most of the
Yes.
questions. If we may have missed some in the
I think
chat,
there was one
yes.
which I saw, which was about cycling in Budapest.
Oh, yes.
And
Cycling.
obviously you can do that because we have Bubi.
It's called Bubi.
Bubi,
Yeah.
yeah. It's called Bubi, which is basically you can rent a bike for very cheap. We covered that in the which video I don't
I
know
think
now.
it's the budget.
In the budget hack, because it's a cheap option, basically. So you can cycle easily. You can put them on those places where it's dedicated to put them back, but you don't have to go back to the original source where you picked it up. So it's a very good transportation method. It's a cheap one.
In the middle of the city more
Yeah.
than the outskirts. But,
Yeah, obviously.
But yeah. There's a lot of bike roads available. Obviously, not as much as like Amsterdam or famous places like that, but we are getting better. It's definitely an option. It's nothing too high.
Okay.
And Sarah is asking about travel above the age of 65. Is it for free?
Yes.
Yes, it is. It used to be only for EU citizens, but now if you go on to the public transport's website and you download the latest paper about who gets what sort of, like for cheaper or for free,
like children.
it's for everyone who's above the age of 65. That is for true. That is right, except the bus from the airport, which is 100.
Oh yeah.
100, very simple.
Airport bus.
Special bus.
Very
special ticket.
Yeah.
Nothing works on it, just that one single ticket.
Yeah.
Even if you're above 65 years old, you still have to pay for that. But there are other ways to get into the city.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. If we may have missed some of your questions, we'll try to get back to you potentially in a future video or in the comments. Somehow, this is the first time, and I'm really shocked that the camera is still working.
Yes.
And we've had no technical issues except in the beginning. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here today with us. We hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you enjoyed this live stream. We may do this sometime in the near future with other topics.
Let us know if we should do it.
If you want to see more content like this, let us know. And guys, what we usually do at the end of the video. Well, we drink beer, but what we will do is 3, 2, 1, bye! Thank you for watching.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Have
you
a good
all.
day, evening, morning.
And
Bye-bye.
Really great
Sziasztok.
weekend. Sziasztok!
Bye.
Bye.